Yo, fellas, what's up?
What's
Yeah.
going on, Mike?
How are you? We got Henry here today. Henry, how do you say your last name so I don't butcher that thing?
Tejeda. Tejeda.
Yeah, okay. We're calling you Henry.
Tahita?
You
That's what you said? Tahita?
can, yeah,
And you're coming live from your attic today, correct?
yeah, from live from the attic.
Yeah, he got thrown out
That's
downstairs.
a AI background right there.
That's that could be a new trend.
I like it.
I'm in my basement today. I got the bar behind me.
I know you look like an alcoholic over there.
Yeah, we should start drinking.
That's important.
I don't mind. So yeah, you want to? Let's get right into we're going right into Henry's store if you want.
Yeah. So Henry, you're a real estate investor. You went from working full time a W-2 job. You were buying properties at that job. Can you tell us a little bit, like how did you get started in real estate? Tell us your story. Go for it.
So I started in 2013, and when I moved from New York, I used to live in New York after I got out of the military. And my ex-girlfriend, we moved here, and she just really, I never liked to rent for the rest of my life. Like I thought I was like something that I would never do. So I've always had it in my mind that I was going to buy a property. So I asked my landlord. It's so funny because I bought it from my landlord, my first investment property. I asked him if he had anything available, and at the beginning he didn't. But after a while, like eventually, like I kept getting shut down by like a lot of lenders and stuff. But I made it work. Eventually, I found like came around and sold me his first my first house.
You're kind of quiet a little bit. I think.
I
Are you?
am. I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah. Speaking there a little bit.
Yeah, you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But you were talking to your landlord and trying to get a property from him, and then
yeah,
had issues with lenders.
yeah, I had an issue because I didn't have like a steady work history. I was just fresh out of the military, and I was using my VA loan. I was working at Finger, I was here and there, but I was hustling, man. I was using the VA to go to school to make more money. I was started renting rooms, and in 6 months, I was determined to get my first a house, and I did. Like I was able to through a realtor. He hooked me up with a mortgage network, like a lender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know too much about any of the stuff that I know today, like as far as lending and all that,
Yeah.
and all that. So, because I couldn't qualify because I had less than 2 years at a steady. I was from New York to Pennsylvania to doing school, and then only like a couple of months at Geisinger. So I started like February. By July, he put the package together nicely, and I was able to qualify for FHA.
Yeah. So
And,
you were in the military.
mhm,
What branch of the military were you in? 'Cause
I
I
was in
didn't
the
know that.
Navy. I was a Navy corpsman, and I wasn't even like I'm sorry because I get a little nervous talking. Looking at myself is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
You
don't
know,
worry. Only a million people.
I got
Only a
it.
million people,
Right,
Henry, are
Mike.
going to see you,
Just
Henry.
get
A
Mike.
million people.
Yeah. But, no, I was a corpsman and stationed in Camp Lejeune, and I was active duty from '05 to 2010, and
So 5 years.
yeah, 5 years, and then
And
when I
Camp Lejeune, that's where they had all that chemical stuff going on, did they? Was that in the
yeah, but
Carolinas?
that's way before my time.
Yeah, that was in like the
That's like
60s. Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
like way before me. So yeah, I was there, and I enjoyed my time there, but I just didn't want to stay in the military for the rest of my life. Like, I did. I've been to Iraq. I went on a ship for 6 months. That's actually the reason why I joined. I joined because I wanted to go on a boat.
Yeah.
They talked me into my job because at the time they needed a lot of people with my job, like basically a foreman. So
Okay.
hello.
Yep, I hear you.
Yeah,
So
I don't know what's going on with your mic, but
I got like a 99-cent mic. I'm sorry.
it's okay.
No, my mic is like I don't really do what I mean too much stuff.
No, we're bringing like real life investors out of the woodworks,
Yeah, you're
and
the real deal, Henry.
yeah,
That's
you
why
really
you're
are.
here.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it, man. I appreciate you guys. So, like I said, I don't really get too involved with people because I'm kind of like an introvert. But I need to start doing that in order to, like, get to wherever I want to get to in my life, because you know
You need a network,
you
you
need
know.
network, exactly.
And I
You
met you
might
at
get
my
a
meetup.
deal from this.
Hmm?
I'm sorry, Jake.
No. I was saying you might get a deal from this show. What were you saying?
Oh yeah,
No, I said I met Henry. He came to my meetup in Mountaintop,
yeah,
and that's where we met.
yeah.
And then I see him every time I go to the gym. He's at the gym, so my 1 hour workout becomes 3 hours with him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah, the other Sunday we were sitting there for an hour. I was like, "Oh, dude, that's my workout's done." But
yeah. I know.
and then
Yeah,
Jake, one time I said, "Oh, I'm going to go to Planet Fitness because I have memberships in both places." I go there, he is. I'm like, "Yo, I was trying to hide
yeah,
from you."
yeah,
No, I don't hide from anybody. I do the same with Jake. I'm trying to avoid Jake now when I see him at the gym because I just
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
we did a 2 minute talk today. We walked away.
Yeah. It's better to just get in there, get your workout done, and move on. Yeah.
But you were a corrections officer, correct?
yeah. I was in corrections from 17 to 21.
Okay, and that's when so you got your first rental property before you became a corrections officer,
Yeah,
or
yeah. From 13, like I was saying, in 13, that's when I bought my first one. And to be honest with you, I never thought about. Can you guys hear me good? Because
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're doing
Yeah.
good.
I'll let you know as soon as if it goes out. I'll let you know.
all right. So yeah, to be honest, I wasn't trying to be a landlord or anything like big or anything, but I'm the type of person that I like to. I don't know. I'm a go getter. I don't like talking shit, but like I like to So I guess I got slowly introduced into real estate by because all I wanted to do was live for free because I never believed in after getting out of the military. Remember, I had no real expenses.
Yeah,
Like I got out, I lived in the barracks for 5 years. You know what I mean? Like, and getting out into the real world, it's I'm used to my entire check, which it wasn't a lot because you don't get paid a lot. You're living on base. So I'm like, okay, so it didn't sit well with me how like your entire check, like a whole check just goes to expenses, goes to you know what I mean? I'm like, this is crazy. Like, how can I, and I've always had it in my mind before I got out. I said, I want to get a property. I want to live somewhere. Everybody, all my friends were making fun of me because they're like, "Man, you don't even drive. Like, you don't even drive." I got out at 24 years old. I didn't have a driver's license or nothing like
You
that.
didn't even have a license until you.
wow,
Thank you.
Wow.
Exactly. I didn't
Yeah.
need a license. I'm like, what do I need a license? I go to work. I come back.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need.
Yeah.
Like
He's on a boat. Why is he gonna drive?
that's an unnecessary expense. So why am I gonna sit here? So whatever. So I just brush it off. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get a house or something like that. And then when I moved to PA, I seen how cheap they were, and I'm like, oh my god, like I can use my VA loan, live in one, and then that way I can my expenses. You know what I mean? Like they pay all my expenses, and I keep my entire check because that was really it. Like I wanted to keep my entire check. So long story short, so that's how basically got started, and then it's one thing led to another. I'm like, whoa, I like one. Let me see the other one. Let me get another. And then I started looking into fixer uppers. And to make a long story short, like I was getting like people were doing shitty work for me, like garbage,
Yeah.
trash, and ripping me off. And I was real nice. Like I would give this guy like money. He's like, hey Henry, can I get like $300 for future jobs? I would give him the money.
Yo, Henry, we're all been there. I've been there. Jake has been there. You have been there. And I know I've talked about that with both of you, because you feel bad. They did one job, the job was okay. And he's like, yo, you listen, can you give me 500? I'll put it towards the next job.
Hmm.
And you're like, yeah, because we're new. Now I'm just like, get out of here.
So
You
that's
know,
what. That's why they never come. He never came back. I'm
they
still
never
waiting
come
on him.
back.
Like
No.
I'm like, dude, I gave you $300. Check it out. I had to redo all the stuff that he did
Yep.
like a couple years later because they were just garbage. It was bad soldering and stuff. It was leaking. Shit was leaking. I'm like, oh my god.
Wow.
That's what got me to do it myself. Like I started. My ex girlfriend told me, you know what? Let's just do it ourselves. Why are we paying people? Why are we paying people? Just start. Let's slam this floor out. Boom. Start tiling. Boom. And start. Everybody can paint. So start tiling. Start doing a little bit of thing. You know, and then escalate from there. I started liking what I do. When I get an apartment, like I started getting apartments really beat up, really bad, and that's where I got like into. That's where I took practice. Like I got a lot of practice from apartments that beat up,
Yeah.
because Like I'm not the type of landlord that like just does the bare minimum. Like I'm, like actually enjoy fixing a place and renovating it to make it look it's obviously to a durable extent, not putting granite countertop in Wilkes-Barre, like, you know what I'm saying, but
Yeah.
but like make it beautiful so people can come in and
Appreciate it. You
yeah,
hope they
exactly.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I'm providing value, like there's a, like that value it retains it for a good couple 10, 15 years.
And I think you get better rent also sometimes.
Of
But
course, you know, I like to stay. I don't. Some people around here, some of these landlords are delusional. I still think they're delusional because they're asking for. They got their apartment looks like it's like you went back in time, and you got 2000, 1975, and 2025 in one place.
yep.
That's how that apartments nowadays look. I'm like, what's going? That new floor, 1975 kitchen.
Yeah.
Sure,
Like,
yeah. They they got they got the green carpet and then it goes to LVP flooring.
exactly. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? It's like
And then
you're like
they want
different
eight
time periods. It's
that's
like
right. And then they want 1,800 for a one bedroom apartment.
exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you could look at some of my rentals that I've done recently, and I don't get anybody hating on me or nothing like that, but like I always get people like, oh my god, your apartment is beautiful. Your apartment is beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's you know.
So that's good. As long as they rent it and keep it the way it looks.
hmm So far, so good. Like
Yeah.
I feel that in Pennsylvania, specifically this area, the quality of tenants have have gone up. Like they're not as bad as they were 10 years ago. 10 years ago it was horrible. It's like everybody worked at Dunkin' Donuts making $7 an hour, and they were out in 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
There's
what I
more
mean?
jobs, right? I mean, there's more jobs coming back here.
Yeah. Well, I think around here now we have. Well, back then it was always factories. We have more jobs, more factories, more businesses.
More restaurants
Yes, more restaurants,
and
more Dominicans, just
yeah.
fixing,
Yeah.
flipping.
Yeah.
So yeah, the job is everything here is it's definitely increased. Is gone up. So I get a little bit of like it's not as much in and out as it was at the beginning. I was very resilient. Like I can't believe I think back and I'm like, wow, I really had like three, four, like this people have been moving out of here every 3 months,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, okay, okay, and I'm like, I think back like, wow, these people like Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? Like now I don't have that. I don't
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
that now.
Why is it because you vet them better now or
Um,
you just look at someone and say, "Oh, okay, you got the money?"
no, no, I'm not like that. Well,
Okay.
sometimes you get a little desperate, you know,
Depends
but
on how long it's been sitting.
and
Like,
we all make that mistake. I think sometimes, damn man, I need this
Yeah.
motherfucker without telling me. Like, I need this fucking cash. Nah, but I don't know. You know what's funny? Like I even do I did the credit report. I said, I gotta for this fucking
Sure.
place, I have to do a credit report.
yeah.
Have to. The girl left in 2 months. Perfect credit,
Well, I hope you
uh,
ruined it.
a job and everything, getting child support and everything.
Yeah.
She just disappeared. One day
No.
she disappeared out
I
of nowhere.
I'd rather them just leave than stay there for 6 months without paying.
Of course.
Yeah.
So
So,
nobody's ever gonna stay in my house 6 months without paying.
not yeah, I ripped the door off a place and I had to go to the magistrate. And he asked me, and I don't want to say the magistrate or anything, but he's like, "Did you rip the door down?" Yeah, it's my house. He wasn't paying me. We ripped the door down. We threw him out, and he took me to court. And then they made me give him back the deposit, and they fined me like $800 or something like that. And then I said, "Well, I can't afford that. I got to make monthly payments." He says, "No, you're paying it now." So I had to pay. I was gonna pay $10 a month. I told them. They're like, "No, you got to
I
pay
had a
now."
I had a friend that did the exact same thing.
But he
He's
said, "Don't ever do it again. Next time, I'm in trouble." You know what I mean? I said, "It's my house.
You
I
should go
can't take off
for
the
that.
front door."
Yeah.
I played stupid. Now I can't. You know, it's
uh,
yeah.
you had to put the door back, right? He said,
No, the guy was already gone and then sued me.
"Oh, oh, okay."
So it
So
worked. Is
it
that what you're
it
saying?
worked. Yeah, well, I don't wanna say how we threw him out, but yeah, we threw him out. But
That's
yeah,
the way I like that way better, honestly.
I'm
You
not
know?
playing that game either. And Henry, you're a big guy. What are you, 6'3"?
Yeah, I'm 6'3".
Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't mess with you. You're a corrections officer, you're in the Navy.
Yeah, ex-military corrections
You're just
officer.
a big guy. Look, at the gym, he looks like, "Rrr,"
Really?
Yeah, and then here, he's like a comedian.
Well, you don't look scary. He's
He's
not saying
quiet. No, no, but he's a big guy. I
that. He's
wouldn't be like,
friendly.
"Hey, I ain't paying you." I would just
No,
pay you.
Yeah.
I, they disappear before that. I think that's why they just leave. They're like, man, we don't got the money.
Yeah, I ain't fucking with Henry. He'll be here in 2 seconds.
Man.
So, did you use a VA loan at all?
No, never.
No? And why is that?
They're extremely picky when it comes to if these rental properties. The ones I get, they're a little
Yeah.
bit on the fixer upper side, of cheaper. So it's like V8's
Yeah,
extreme.
they don't want a perfect house. I know as a flipper, when I sell a house and a VA guy's gonna buy it, I don't even wanna bother because
Mm,
it's
yeah,
horrible.
anal. So,
They're rough. They just make stuff up.
uh,
I'm doing one with a VA right now. I'm selling a house to a VA loan, and like on the roofs where they have like they used to do the roofs without plywood. They just had boards going across. You know
Yes.
what I'm talking about? And one of those boards is like broken, and they want me to fix the board. But we just replaced the roof. So anyway,
mm. Yeah, see what I mean? Mm-mm.
yeah. I
No,
mean,
They
I
but
actually.
they can pay so much more. Though. They went 10K above asking, so that was
Oh,
why.
awesome.
well, you
Yeah,
you got lucky.
yeah,
Yeah.
Uh,
yeah. Well, no, the dude. When I was shopping for a house, I was getting outbid by like VA loans all the time
Mm.
because I mean they can put no
yeah,
money
because they'll finance 100% of it.
down, yeah. And they have allowances up to like 550K. So like yeah, so it's hard to compete with that. But they're good. If you can make your properties good enough where it qualifies, it's definitely a good customer. The VA loan,
Yeah.
Maybe new construction,
new construction for sure. Yeah, yeah,
100% financing. We could build a modular.
yeah. And you
But
can
if
even
you talk to my girl about modular, Mike, we be in business. Because
Yeah.
she's looking for modular.
Oh,
Another dream home, man.
did
For
you
that,
did
to
you
do the
see
VA.
did you look at the site I showed you? I
Yeah,
sent
yeah,
you?
yeah, 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 yeah. I was looking for. I emailed the guy, but he wants me to talk to a builder
You have
before
to talk
I
to
give him
me.
the price.
Yes.
So I have to talk to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you cannot buy anything from them. You have to be a dealer slash builder for them.
Yeah. Because I was just getting like idea of like just hypothetically like for example like a lot that we were talking about in the Derby Avenue like
Yeah.
square footage. I'm like, okay, what can I put there? Like, okay, like, I'm not gonna do anything, but like let me think about this and see if I come across something like this in a good area, if it will make sense. Like
Sure.
so
yeah.
I need to know numbers. Like I need to know, I need to talk to a builder.
We're losing your mic a little bit, Hen.
I said, what did you hear? Yeah, so I said I want to check out,
Figure out numbers.
numbers. So for hypothetical, so something like that, probably
Yeah.
like that a lot, but
You can underwrite it.
builder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I could figure out somewhat of a number. You know what I mean? Then there's so much site work and all kinds of stuff what we have to do there, but
yeah,
I can get like a general idea on a house.
yeah. So I
You,
mean,
just
I'm talking
you're
for
looking
like
at commercial.
yes, exactly. You took out my yeah. I want something like because like I was telling you, like I'm working towards building a large like some real big line of credit so that I can finance get into something where I can build, for example, like like like
Yeah,
a commercial building. Just when I get there, obviously, and then and hold it for a couple of years, as and then end up selling it.
sure. That's
Oh,
that's the best way. Hold it for 3 to 5 years. Brand new
of course,
construction.
dude, you're gonna always
Crazy cap rate. Bam.
yeah.
yeah,
On to the next.
hmm
yeah.
You
So
know.
I don't like that's something that I have in mind. You know what I mean? Because so right now, like I do a lot of my work, me obviously, me and my guys. So, but in the future, when I want to make my money work for me instead of me working like I am now for money. So when you have like even when you have like 200K or something like that, like you could that's a lot of money that could work for you. You know what I mean? That money can work for you instead of you going crazy working, you know, around it.
You need like 10 million cash, and then you get 10% on that 10 million cash. That's a million a year right there. So
Hmm.
that's like that would be good. That's
Henry's not far from there. Leave him alone.
the well
He's
the 10, dude. I mean, well, even $1 million, you get $1 million cash, 10% on that year over year, which you can get that easy, especially in real estate. That's 100K a year. You
Hmm.
know?
that's not. First of all, how many rentals do you have now?
I got total 28 units, and I
Is
have
is that units or door? You mean doors?
doors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doors. So, and it's two, three units are empty. A single family is empty, and seven, seven other apartments are the rent's low, and I gotta kick them out and fix them. So that's what I have going on.
If you
When,
sold all those, you'd probably have a million cash right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
I'm gonna do go to Vegas.
No, just
No, go to the Mike and Jake show. We'll help you out.
no.
Really?
I think there's something to recapitalizing your equity. So you have to look at your return on equity too. You know, because you could always the good thing about real estate is you're using leverage often. So you could if you have all this equity sitting around now you could take all that equity out and go on a buying spree again. And
Yeah,
maybe and you could take everything you learned for
yeah,
the last 10 years and deploy it with the
yeah.
new capital that you have. So
Exactly.
that's been like that's why I sold my rental portfolio because I think I'm more experienced now. I think I can get a better return on it, and I can buy better properties with less maintenance issues, less management issues, and just get a better return on the cash and take that equity and scoop that and put it back, over here. So
Yeah,
I think
And
it's
that
good to do that every business, like, every 10 years or so. I
and
mean,
that's what I did too, Jake. And I get more return on my money now,
hmm,
yeah,
but I,
that's if
I
you're
want
going
I
for the
want rental
highest return.
properties. I'm going to buy them again. I'm going to build.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really it sucks when you sell all your rental properties too because you're like, damn, now I don't have any cash flow.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that cash flow,
yeah,
you'd miss that. If you like cash flow, Henry, you'll be upset the first
yeah,
in
it,
30 days. You'll be like, damn, not
yeah,
there's nothing in that mailbox. You'll be like, where's my mail?
it
hmm,
really depends. It comes down to like, do you want? It depends on what your why is. If you want to get the highest return possible, then like sell, redeploy. But like, if you just want to live a really good life and get cash flow, then pay your properties off and just chill. You know.
Yeah, live in the attic.
yeah. Sure. Yeah. No, I hear you guys like that. You know, like that's why I like talking to you because it opens me up to so many different ideas. I'll tell you, man, I used to go crazy just thinking about stuff by myself. That's why I went to the group because I'm like, I gotta meet somebody. Like I gotta talk to those people. So I'm
Yeah,
like I would have some nights where my girlfriend will tell you she's like you wake up thinking about real estate and, and you talk about real estate in your dreams, like in your sleep.
yeah. You feel like you're not normal, right? You
Yeah,
feel, yeah,
Yeah, we all have that issue. You
yeah.
know what I
it's
mean?
like you're talking in your sleep about real estate. And I'm like, what am I saying? Like talking about all this stuff that you can do,
I'm
and
looking
it's
at LoopNet, Zillow. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I got the calculator in my other hand. I'm trying to figure stuff out. Yeah, I do it all the time.
Yeah,
It's
but then you get around people that are like you, and you're like, "Oh, I'm not crazy. I'm just, into real estate." Yeah,
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 and I think that's what it takes, honestly, to be like you have to really kind of like it and be almost obsessed with it, so you can learn fast and
oh,
do it.
I am obsessed. I'll
Yeah,
tell
I'm
you what.
obsessed with it.
I have a friend that he tells me that you're like you have a bad obsession with this, and I'm like, well, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Like, you'd rather me be addicted to crack than this, or what?
yeah,
Like,
no, dude, your
better,
addiction is great. Like
yeah,
it's making the community better. It's
of course.
making people's lives better because they get good rental units and like
Mm,
affordable too.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a
I
great
think I
addiction.
think of it as like the stuff like for house hacking and stuff like that, like owning rental property. Like I think that stuff is like the smarter way to live. Like you
It
know,
is.
and I don't understand people that are I can't believe people are picky. Like I'm like, why wouldn't you just rent somewhere like a duplex or something for a little bit? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like when you're not at any level in your life where like when you're low, like you know what I mean, when you're starting, like you want, like I'm not the type of person where I don't listen. I'm very frugal by nature. Like I'm cheap by nature.
yeah.
and very cheap. Like I,
That's good quality, I think.
yeah, but I mean, I don't need, I don't need the money like that. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I get more excited and more satisfaction when I do stuff. And like, for example, and came to this realization recently. I was like, well, when I do big things and like I help people, I like helping people.
Sure.
I really do.
We all do.
Yeah.
And that's what ultimately it leads to. Like, if you help a lot of people, you know, that's how these entrepreneurs. That's how they're billionaires, because they help a lot of people
Yeah, exactly.
with a
And
problem. You know what
yeah,
I mean? And I'm kind of like that. Like, I like, you know what I mean. Even though I'm just renting up, just a landlord, but I like that. Like, I see myself as somebody who's kind of like that. When I was a kid in Dominican Republic, I used to look out in my balcony, and my neighborhood was just, it's poor. You know, the streets are not done. It's just fucking dirt. You know what I mean? And I remember thinking to myself, I said, you know what? If I ever make a lot of money, I'm gonna give back to my community. That's just something that I thought as a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Myself, like, I'm gonna make, if I ever make a lot of money, I'm gonna fix all this. I want to fix this neighborhood. I want to make it beautiful, pretty. You know what I mean?
Little motivation.
Yeah. So
you're
this is
making
stuff
me
like,
motivated, man. Let's go.
yeah. You know, it's like, so it's in you. It's in you. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people are like us, like entrepreneurs in business. It's in you. You know, you don't want to just, you don't want to just come home from work and do nothing. Like, it's not like, you know, I like the, I want to, I want to ultimately leave the place a better, leave the world a better place than how I came into it. You know,
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
better, much better. So that's what kind of drives me too.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know.
then I want to live in one of your rentals because I live in a bad neighborhood.
It sounds like you're trying to get the highest return then, so that you can affect the most. You know,
Exactly.
money's just a tool. Money's just a tool.
Money, yeah. Money's just a tool. And yeah, so that's not, like I said, that's not entirely my motive. I'm not driven entirely by money.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
you're driven by being able to help people.
exactly the impact that I have.
Yeah. And
Impact.
money helps people. It does.
And it kind of sets me, it gives me purpose. I think it's purpose. You know what I mean? That's kind of like my purpose, I would say. You know,
What is the worst deal you had?
oh God, you want to hear about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need people to learn what
Of
to stay away
course.
from.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right.
You
So
know?
this was like 3 years. No, not 3 years. This was back in 2016, and I was high off of real estate still, right? And I saw a house for in Hanover for no, $8,000, and I'm like, what the heck is this? A duplex, you know, 2 bedrooms each side. And I called the realtor up, and I had just
And
closed.
that's with a realtor for 7,000?
Yeah, man.
Oh man, I would just kept driving. Go ahead.
So then
That
I
sounds
called the
like a good
realtor, and
deal.
I'm like, she's like, Henry, we just did a deal, not like in the summer. I'm like, yeah, yeah, I know. But can I see this house? Can I see this house? So she shows me the house, and I was going through trade school at this point. Like, I was in New York
Mhm.
because I was staying with my parents out there, and I was getting the housing allowance, and you get the most out there. So I was
Yes.
taking advantage of
And then
that.
you bring it over here. Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't know too much about electrical. So this house needed to get all the electrical done on it. And I went in there, and then, like, I didn't overlook. I saw the panel was the knob and tubes, and I'm like,
Oh.
oh, okay, so I probably just have to update the panel. The entire I had to,
Oh.
yeah, I had to do the entire electrical in that place, and that, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. That's not even it. The place had no parking, no
Yeah.
Oh, so
parking at all.
it couldn't even probably be a two family, no?
No. And the one reason why I kind of jumped into it was because the owner, he still lived there. He was an old man, and he lived on one side. But if you told me nobody lived there before, I would have believed you, because the place was so bad. I'm like, this is not humanly habitable. You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
how does somebody live here? But supposedly he went from there to a home. Like, his kids took him to a home. So I'm like, okay, it's got to be a good deal. But the place had, like, he was burning coal for heat. and like I said, I overlooked the electrical and everything is knob and tube, But I bought it, boom, and afterward, you know what? To like a house down from the one I bought. There's a parking lot, and the realtor told me, "Yeah, you can park there. Yeah, yeah, yeah." That actually belongs to three apartments. Three that's parking for across the street for like three different properties.
Hmm.
And the landlord, he owns the property like a little bit like down the road from there, and he doesn't want like that's for his tenants.
Yeah.
So the house had no parking, knob and tube electrical. I had to redo, and I don't know anything. And so I'm like, okay, I got it for 7 grand. You know what I mean? But
Yeah. So you just don't do no due diligence. You just go and say, "Yo, 7 grand, I'm taking this."
what's the worst that could happen, Mike?
Well, what happened with that house? Is it
What's
rented
the
out?
worst? Like, with the place is actually it had great bones. You know what I mean? Like it was dirty and everything. The roof was good.
Yeah. It was just the inside, the guts.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
parking on street or anything.
That's Hanover. Like Hanover. It's like a road on Hanover going down to Hanover. Nah, no parking on the street.
So you would have to park like blocks away and then walk
Like
down.
a house, yeah, like a little bit ways. And I'm like, this is a duplex. Nobody's 2 bedroom each side too. No,
So
but then
what
the
happened with the house? Did you keep it?
no, I sold it a couple. I sold it because I was kind of still delusional,
You
thinking
were
that I
so
could
high.
rent it out, right?
Yeah.
And then I was really mad at the realtor because I'm like, this lady told me I could park there, and it's not even fucking. I
Yeah, well,
can't park,
that's the problem with realtors.
you
They
know.
don't know.
And, anyway, so she only made like $50.
Yeah, 70,000.
Like, imagine $7,000 house. Like, lady, you could have told me the truth for that. Like, you didn't even have to lie.
I would have gave you
Like,
100.
you're that desperate for $50, so you
I
have
would
to
have gave you 100. Say, don't buy this.
exactly like she didn't even look out or anything. But nah, my girlfriend talked. My girlfriend slapped me into reality. She's like, you got to sell this crap. So, so we put it on Facebook Marketplace, and I got 11 for it.
There
Oh,
you go.
wow.
So
There you go.
Hey,
I actually made all my money back because I bought it for like 6 or 7, and then the taxes I was paying.
sure.
So I came back like zero. Like I didn't really make anything.
Well, you got it off your hands.
Yeah, I got
Have
that
you
off my
driven
head.
by and see if anybody did anything to it?
It's still vacant. Yeah, it's
So,
somebody bought it. You know what the funny? During COVID, that house went crazy. Somebody put it up on the. They put it up on the market for 16,000, and it and it sold for 16. They then they sold it again for 34.
wow.
34,000. So the last time that was sold, it was for $34,000, and it's
Wow.
still sitting there. Nothing. I
Yeah,
think they did.
be
They
because
redid
the
the electrical.
idiot keeps buying it, and then they get in there and they go, "Oh, shit, there's no parking. This can't be a duplex now." Hanover's probably telling you can't have a two-family if you don't have parking.
Yeah, yeah. They
Yeah.
probably.
Damn. Yeah, that's
I
the
feel like
worst.
you can make
That
that deal work still. I don't
yeah,
know.
that wasn't that bad. That became a wholesale deal. You
That
know,
probably got
like
wholesale.
a 3-year wholesale deal, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just rent it out real cheap and be like, you can't park here though. You gotta
Yeah, you
like,
can't park. There's a bicycle there. You can park it,
Dude, I
you
thought
can ride a bike.
I thought of everything to do with that house. I was like, I partially gutted it, and I said, "All right, I'm making it a single family, and I'm taking down the front porch, and they're gonna park in the front porch."
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
never did that though. That was that was because underneath the front porch is a coal bin.
Oh, yes, they're putting the coal in there.
So
Yeah.
you have to fill that in.
It was
Yeah.
just a lot of crap. So I'm like, nah, fuck it.
Nah, give me 11 grand.
So,
Yeah.
and actually, that's like the only house that I bought that's like a no go.
So that was it. And
Yeah,
the rest are money
the
makers.
rest have been okay. I made so many mistakes. I can't. It'll take the whole podcast for me. I'm always making mistakes and learning. I'm always making errors.
And why are you making all these mistakes? So you just jump into it right away, you don't think about it, or
No, it's like like if
like
it's something new. Like if I'm doing something new, like right,
Yeah.
some new stuff. Like I never had somebody steady that I'm paying. This guy's a 1099.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like like I'm not afraid of making mistakes. I feel like that's the best lessons.
All
Those
day.
those are
If you
amazing lessons. Like yeah, so like yeah, I mean nothing always goes as planned, but it falls into place. Eventually. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
That's how you learn, making mistakes.
exactly, dude.
That's our number one principle for our company is like pain plus reflection equals growth. So if you make a mistake, you experience pain, you think about it, figure out where you went wrong, and then you grow. When everything's going good, you're not really like learning and growing and stuff.
Shit, yeah. When everything's going good, you gotta kind of like reflect back, like, hey, well, you know what I mean? I mean, it's good that things go good, but yeah, mistakes are the biggest lessons. Like, mistake.
It's better than college.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just got a diploma today. I made a mistake, so it's all right.
Wait, did you go to college, Mike, or just your son?
Yes, I went to college.
You went to college, yeah.
Yeah. I actually graduated as a music producer engineer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, we'll
What
talk about
music you like?
we ain't talking about that now.
Oh, we could. Yeah, take too long.
I was I was a nightclub DJ, make house music, dance music, all that stuff.
Mm,
Whole another gig.
yeah, yeah. That's.
I can make beats. I can do whatever you want.
Oh, dude, I like making beats. I
Yeah.
use Fruity Loops.
Fruity Loops. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a whole bunch of like I'm into underground hip hop. Like I
Yeah.
like Cannabis. Yeah, back in the day, like I like Jam Matrix, underground hip hop.
Yeah. We have a studio here. Me and my son.
Yeah.
My son's starting to make dance music.
And
Yeah.
I never did anything like that. See, you know what I mean? But it's been, you know what? Like ever since I started like with real estate, like ever since I really got like honed into it, everything else just falls apart.
Yeah.
Because it's a hobby, you know what I mean? The making of the beat, me making beats, stuff like that.
Yep.
It's a
Yeah.
hobby, but
It's fun. It gets you relaxing. It's I
mm,
don't know. I like it. I got bass bins in my house. It's like, doo, doo, I got the bar behind me, light, smoke machine.
hmm
It's out of control.
it's a
And then I do
party.
real estate. Yeah. Now I do construction. So what's your plans now? You want to just keep buying?
Yeah,
You're gonna do you do any? You don't do no flips though, right? Everything you buy and hold.
no, not everything's been buy and hold. Yeah, I wanna. Yeah, I just wanna continue buying and any money like in the future when I finish what I got going on, I wanna do some flipping just because I'm capable myself of just flipping a house. You know what I mean? Me and two three other guys. I want to get a field of working with people like I am with this person and having people that do specific things, and then like that I can once I put together a team, I want to be able to do flips and park my money in the rental properties and stuff. You know, because like I see properties rentals not only just for the cash flow, but like I look at them as like that's your bank account to me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like to me, that's better than having obviously a lot of money in the bank just sitting there. So why not keep it? Why not just have a large line of credit, supposed to an enormous amount of money that you're gonna flip? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like have your properties as use your properties as your bank account. You're not gonna lose. You're gonna lose to inflation, keeping a lot of money in the bank, and yeah, and versus real estate, you're gonna win through appreciation and inflation. You're gonna win because the first things that come up is assets, is commodities. And the last thing that go what's the last thing that moves up is pay. So you
All
know
day long.
so
No
pay.
one's getting raises.
Hmm?
Nobody gets raises. That's why you raise their rent.
Exactly. So with that, knowing that, it's like okay, so I'm always gonna hold real estate. I'm just always gonna hold, and I'm always gonna any money I make. That's in my bank. Those are my bank accounts. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That's the way I look at it.
Do you do you leverage high on them?
No, I'm too scared,
Okay.
man.
Oh, well.
At the moment, I got my money tied up with something, and I have, I use my cash flow for materials. You know what I mean? And I use line of credit to pay my guys. When I get done with everything, I'm just gonna refinance a house to pay off the labor, because the labor is the most expensive thing. You know, so to me, materials I've always been able to do cover it. Like, you know what I mean. The labor is the most expensive thing.
Yeah.
Like, and the way that I'm doing this, it's like, yeah, yeah. I need to, you know, like when I get done with everything, like I said, I'm gonna get a. It's gonna be a one of the properties to refinance all the labor, but I cover up the materials.
So
Yeah.
you're paying the materials out of your rent money,
Hmm.
and then later on you'll recover your labor.
Yeah, yeah. Once I finish the projects,
So
like,
that labor, you said you're using equity, or what are you using to pay the labor?
yeah, equity. I'm using a line of credit,
Credit.
and
Okay.
then suppose it takes me a year and a half, and I got 150K or less, right, or 100,000, more like it. I'm gonna refinance that a house to pay that off. Come on, because I got a couple of them sitting there free and clear, and the rest, I'm gonna, I told you that's my bank account.
Yeah.
So the bank, hey, I need this. I need you to put this on a line of credit.
You should
Yeah.
get a big line of credit.
Hmm.
Probably is $1 million there, Jake.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
And I'm learning all this. Listen, if I never gone to this meetup, how long has it been? Already a year?
at
Something
least a
like,
year. Yeah, yeah, about
Jesus
that.
Christ. It just took a little bit of information to change my life, man. Because I, I wouldn't be where I'm at if I didn't go there. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? And I was like
Jake.
a tomato getting ready to explode. I had nobody to talk to about
And
real estate. Like, I'm
and then
like,
he went to the pizzeria and had more tomatoes. But he came to that's crazy that he came to our meetup.
definitely.
Yeah, Mike, your meetup has put together a lot of people. You and Steve, freaking, it's good stuff.
All right, we're gonna say bye to Jake.
No, I'm serious. I'm
No, no,
serious.
listen, it's been great. I met a lot of great people. I met you, Jake.
Yeah,
Right. I met all the guests that have been on this show. So I mean, we've that real estate meetup, that second Wednesday of every month, has been great.
I met the first time I met you. I'm like, do you know what wholesaling is? Do you
Yeah,
remember
that's right. Yeah,
that? Yeah.
and
He's like, yeah, I know what wholesaling is. I'm like, oh, I'm trying to learn what that
yeah,
is.
and then Jake blew it out the water.
Yeah. Jake,
But
you
yeah,
got a whole company. You had a whole company and everything making $1 million a year.
Trying,
Man,
trying this year. Yeah,
yeah.
net. Let's
that
be
is,
clear.
see, that's the shit right there, man.
Come
Well,
on on.
if I think one of the so I think like it'd be really nice to have both, like have a lot of cash and have a lot of properties,
Hmm.
But it's nice to have a lot of cash in case a really good opportunity comes. You know,
Yeah.
if a really good opportunity comes, it's
I don't think it would be good for Henry to have a checkbook with $1 million in it, because he'll be driving down the street. Yo, baby, that's for sale. Buy it.
no. Henry's frugal for
Yeah,
sure.
no,
Yeah.
I don't know when it
Uh,
comes to real estate.
Now when it comes to real estate,
Uh,
now when it comes to real estate, man.
no,
How how many properties did you have before you quit your job as a CEO?
Okay, so when I quit, it was the seventh house that, and that I was closing on. I'm like, I'm putting my 2 week notice. Fuck
Yeah,
that. I
yeah,
was on the seventh property, and
and you didn't like
this
your job, I
house.
guess.
I mean, no, no, no. I tolerated it to. I was not disgusted to go there every day.
Yeah,
I wasn't like, oh my god, but it was something that I didn't want to do again. Like, it was a stepping stone. I was,
sure.
I was only gonna be there for like about 2 years. But long story short, I got in a custody battle, with my baby mom, and I ended up getting the kids. But that that held me back like a good 2 years.
yeah.
So, but no, I like the jail. The jail was a it's such a bad environment. Like, it's negative.
It's all negative.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's depressing. I can't be around stuff
And
like that. That's
yeah,
those are the wrong. I don't want to hang out with people like that. I want to hang out with people that the networks.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
So
they're not like-minded people, because I'm not like I don't really want to go rob a bank or steal a car or kill
I mean, the
somebody,
COs, they're not that much different from the inmates.
because you because
Most of the COs, they're like
because
they're like
all day you talk to those people all day, or you're just around them. It's just, to me, I couldn't do it.
I mean, there's some smart inmates there. Like honestly, like there was, like they're not idiots. nothing like that. Some of them are smarter than the COs,
Yeah.
but and they know it, you know. And I used to talk to them a lot, but obviously I never told them too much personal information. Like,
Sure.
you know what I mean? If they ask me, oh, so where your property's located? I'm like, oh yeah, they're in a
Hell no, Tennessee.
Carbondale.
Yeah.
So they go looking for me up there. They're probably still looking, you know. Because that's one thing also in jail. There's no secrets in jail. No secrets.
Yeah.
No secrets, dude. Because that's what the fuck. It's like an enormous machine. Like you tell one inmate something, it's like a wildfire.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But yeah, no, the people that were there, like I didn't have that many friends. I had about 3 friends, and then it's like tough to talk like this because then they're gonna look at you like, oh, yeah, oh wow,
Yeah.
you know? Oh, who this guy think he is? Shut the oh
Well, I
wow.
mean, CEO's a good job, but if it's, you were doing real estate while you had that job, so you knew. I
Mhm.
mean,
Well,
Yeah,
things would
that helped him get loans, and that helped him
yeah.
get where he's at.
I was able to get so that last house that it was FHA that property, and I didn't think I was gonna get what I'm getting now in net income because it was like 1 bedroom each unit, four unit, and I was like, it's like $700 each unit. All right, I'll do it. I said I'll do it because I wanted to stick to my goal. I said I'm gonna buy a house every so often. So man, it came out that was the best, one of the best deals I did because now I'm getting like 900 for 2 of the units and 850 downstairs, and the mortgage is like 900 bucks. Like,
yeah, that's awesome. So you bought a 4 unit with the FHA. That's
hmm
pretty cool.
yeah,
That's awesome.
that deal was a FHA. That's the last time I did a FHA, and it's I mean, dude, that was amazing because all I had to bring was $7,000 to closing,
Yeah,
and I would have had to brought more, but I did a seller's assist with the guy, like and he was patient with me, like he was very patient, but he needed the money because he was buying like a he was buying like a apartment building. He's
hmm
like, hey, we need to close. It took 4 months to close.
Was
I'm
it a
like,
1031 exchange?
I think he was doing that. Yeah, he
Yeah, because
walked away with
he
like
has they have to tell you.
yeah, but he walked away with like 70,000 something, and he was a very patient, very nice guy, and he did a seller's assist for 10,000, and I was only able to because I'm like 17K, like I have it, but it's gonna be like crazy for me, at that time. So he's like, okay, we'll do a seller's assist, blah blah blah, and all I had to do was bring 7K,
Nice.
and that's it. You
yeah,
know what I mean? But he was kind of like a slumlord because he's
Yeah.
like he showed me this one apartment that was empty, and I have it on my TikTok, or I didn't put it on my Facebook. And the dude said, "Listen, man, this right here, you can rent it out ASAP. The lady across the street, she's crazy. She wants it, but I told her that you said leave it empty because whatever FHA, right? So leave it empty, and she wants it. All you gotta do is carpet, dude. I was in there 4 months fixing that place.
yeah.
I'm like, carpet, really? Like you should see the fucking pictures.
Yo,
Carpet, really?
but
Paint
there's people
the
that do that. I
I'm
see
like,
it all the
dude, like, and
time.
you're buying wow, and you're buying another multifamily building. Like, I can't believe how that place is gonna look. You're gonna take all the carpet in the state for that place. Like, come on,
That's
like
funny.
Jesus Christ. Like,
That gives you opportunity right there. When
I put
people,
somebody in there, and they're still there since then.
yeah,
Oh, that's good.
And I got top rent at that time. Like, I was like 875. 875 is still high
Do you,
for
do
one
you
bedroom.
rent it? Do you raise the rent yearly, or you just leave it?
And depending on who leaves, like I could no, I don't do the yearly thing. No, I do it every so often, you know. And if they leave for that, like I got this one 3 bedroom back. They were paying me 900, and they were there for four something, almost 4 years, and they gave it. That's why I tell you, Mike, it's different now. They gave it back to me in great shape, and I was like, wow. And they
Well,
weren't like I would always have to be like, "Hey, don't leave the garbage in the back porch because that's on your lease. That
yeah.
brings squirrels and rats." By the way, I have. You guys want to hear horror stories with a pest? Or
yeah.
Let's hear a horror story.
dude,
You
like
got
I have, I'm a fucking exterminator, dude. Like I could get. I should go for the license. I should go for the fucking license. I have. I've dealt with everything you can think of as a landlord. Cockroaches, bed bugs, mice. I gotten rid of all of them. I
Yeah.
gotten rid of all of them.
Bed bugs aren't easy, are they?
I had
Bed
to
bugs.
literally burn this building to get rid of bed bugs. I had to literally like this is how you get rid of bed bugs. You turn the heater and let's say you got the whole house, right? I had where I live is 5 apartments. I had the entire
Oh wow,
building.
Building.
wow,
And then I had a bed bug guy come in and he's like, it's gonna be $10,000. And I'm
wow.
like, thank you. We're not doing we got
$10,000.
ten thousand
Oh,
dollars and you have to do it from the basement up, all this shit. These people gotta be out, blah blah blah. And I'm like, no way. So I'm like, I need to figure this out, right? So I asked my landlord because he's got years of experience doing rentals. He's like, nah, you just wait for a hot summer day. You turn the heaters all the way up to 90, and then you get the fucking fog. Put like 3 of them in a room, and the powder spread it all over the fucking apartment, and get the fuck out. Like just throw that shit like bomb it, bomb it, bomb it. And guess what, man, Mike? It worked. It
Yeah.
worked. I got rid of them, and the, the tenants that I had in here,
So
they wouldn't. I told them, listen, because I was at first I was spraying it. I was trying to, and nothing was working. And then I would tell them, listen, if they come back, let me know. Let me know.
they
I'll be
never.
like, I talk to him, then I talk to him again and be like, and he's telling me, oh yeah, I see he got bites.
oh,
What
great.
happened? What's going on? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The bed bugs came back, and I'm like, what? Why didn't you tell me though? How long has it been going on? Oh, it's just like 2 weeks. And I'm like, I told you to let me know. Like
That's
they don't
crazy.
fucking listen. They don't fucking listen. And so, believe it or not, I was able to still like I told them, listen, man, if you want to live in my house and pay the cheap rent that you're paying me, like okay, like do exactly as I say, or you're gonna be in the fucking
Yeah.
streets. All right, bag all your clothes, bag everything you fucking own, put it in a bag. Let me go in there. I put the powder in there. Blah blah blah. Bag everything and don't come back. Stay at a friend's house or something for 4 hours. 4 hours while I fucking bomb this place and I have the heat up, And they did all that, do it, and then I got rid of them. I got
Wow.
But you think you did, but good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bed bugs are no joke.
Neither are fleas.
No, I had fleas go through 8 apartments, an 8 unit. They went to every single apartment, and you have to shut down the whole thing and bomb everything.
It is crazy because they're crazy.
Yeah,
I had fleas that were all over my legs. It's just nuts.
yeah.
I think
It's
there's
crazy.
nothing to me. There's nothing worse than bed bugs because
Bed bugs
those
are
are
the
the
worst.
hardest to
Yeah,
get rid of. When
Yeah.
I
Well,
lived in New York back in 2011, my first apartment it was bed bug infested.
yeah.
It
yeah,
was
but that's
and I
normal.
had a roommate. Guess that was my first apartment. It's like 850, and I had a roommate, and he paid like half the rent. This guy came over to me one night because I'm like, you take the room, I take the living room. Right? You take the room, you're paying me, right? So I sleep on the fucking couch. He comes over, he's like, man, yo, I can't do this, man. Crazy,
So
you know.
you were renting stuff out from day one,
I guess
basically.
so.
No,
I guess so.
he's always like, "I'll rent out the room. I can rent the closet out." Um,
I can rent
this,
the cabinet
Well,
out.
this
damn,
guy's
yeah,
Mr. Renter.
fuck it.
He
No,
don't
that's
care.
just it. I mean,
Yeah,
that's like,
because
yeah,
I tell you, man, it's like in me. And you know what's funny? After doing all this stuff, I'd find out my grandfather owned a bunch of property.
Oh wow.
yeah.
He told me about this shit. I'm
Yeah,
like, all right,
yeah,
so you wait till
because he was
I already.
probably crazy like you. They're like, "Yo, we can't tell Henry that his grandfather did this because."
So he
In
had a
New York.
bodega in Dominican Republic. He had a
Yeah,
bodega. And he had like 5 houses.
yeah,
I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I nobody told me this. Maybe it's in my bloodline, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's all right. It's better than being an alcoholic, I guess.
Yeah, of course. It's a better addiction to have. What better addiction would you rather, right? Yeah, but
All right. Well, anything else you want to say before we start closing up here? Because you're good, Henry. I
Oh,
didn't think you were gonna talk. Me and Jake didn't say one word out of the 50 something minutes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
50 minutes. Yeah.
Good
58
stuff.
minutes coming on. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I think like story after story. Like, there's no reason to not get into real estate. Like, I
Oh.
mean, you did it. Like, you grinded. I mean,
Mm,
you grind.
He grinded by himself and now he started networking out. And now he's,
yeah.
the
Trying to take.
networking makes a big difference. And I tell people that all the time. So
I
if anybody's watching, you could come to any one of our meetups.
Yeah, definitely. A little bit of networking, just you know what I mean. Yeah, and it changed my life.
Do
Helps you
you
out.
It did.
what do you recommend new investors to do if they want to get started?
I mean, it depends on their like motivation. Like, it depends on what their goal is. So, like I said, I just got a house. I just started buying rental property because I don't want to. I don't want to work for. I want my whole check, right?
Yeah,
And then it started. You know, I started changing. Okay, well, then I got another one. It's like, okay, so eh, for a new investor, it depends on what your end goal is. Like, I didn't have one, but now I'm, to be honest with you, I've been doing this already since 2013, and it feels like I just started
Yeah.
because I'm getting good at business. Like, I had no LLCs, all properties, everything under my name. This, no LLC, nothing like that. No using credit. My credit was bad all the way up until 2020. Like, I took like a 7 year hit.
yeah,
So
But you were still buying.
yeah, but I was always, yeah, consistently, yeah, yeah, yeah. I made it happen. Like, I
Yeah.
got, when my credit was picking up a little bit, I asked my mom, hey, could you be a co-signer for this deal? For a deal, whatever. It's just, and it was a tremendous investment too. Like, it was great. You know, 4 units for 20K. You know what I mean? Like, she gave me she was co-signing on a personal loan. She co-signed, boom, and I got it. So yeah, so whatever. I mean, it depends on your what your end goal is. Like, right now, like I said, I'm learning because I'm learning all the business apps. I'm learning like how to manage people, like how to like how to run a business now for real.
Sure.
yeah.
And eventually, inevitably, like I said, I want to create myself a team where we can do flips, etc., and park all the money in real estate. I'm not gonna be a landlord like forever. I don't. That's not. You know what I mean?
So
Like,
you think you're gonna go to a property manager sooner than later, or maybe
well, I'm
never a
already
property?
I'm already managing it, but
You know,
yeah, I'm
but
probably gonna be somebody who owns a property management business and and have managers, etc., and maintenance and all
yeah,
of
so
that.
you don't have to pick up the phone anymore. You don't have to go there and fix it.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. But that's all easier said than done. Oh,
of
so much easier said than done because in NEPA, the property management is one of the worst things. Like, it's bad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard
Yeah.
for me to like
Sure.
expect what I expect from somebody else. Like, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
agree with you because a lot of them don't care.
hmm so that's of course like real easier said than done. So that's where like building a team comes in. So I'm gonna slowly, start filling people out, etc. You know,
Yeah.
and all of that. That comes with a lot of experience. That comes with lessons. You know,
Well,
like,
Do you have any books or podcasts that you're listening to or reading that have helped you?
yeah. So when it comes to real estate, not so much. But when it comes to like, I like listening to podcasts that have to do with money. Like, so I like to understand money at its core. Like, I and once you know that, like, I don't think you'll ever struggle in your life.
Yeah. Once you
Once you
understand
once you
money.
once you understand the fundamentals of money, of you know
Yeah.
at its core, you should never struggle. It's just impossible for you
Yeah.
to, you know. So I listen to those type of podcasts. I like Robert Kiyosaki a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Grant Cardone too. Grant Cardone, he's the man. And
yeah, we're supposed to have both of those people on our show. So
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Grant Cardone's he's the one after you, actually, Henry.
oh yeah,
yeah,
oh,
we're not fucking around, dude.
No. You guys,
The Mike and Jake show gonna be pretty big in 12
No,
months.
I saw him in
I
Clearwater. I saw Grant Cardone in Clearwater when I was in Florida.
you saw him in person.
Yeah, I saw his like helicopter. He has a 10X helicopter, and he
Uh-huh.
he lives in Clearwater because the Church of Scientology is there. So he lives.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Should go visit. Should go. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. I'm more of a Charlie Munger fan. You know
I
those
gotta look him up. Charlie Munger.
Ray Dalio. Yeah,
Uh-huh. I
those
gotta
are
look them up.
yeah.
You know, like I'm always open to. I'm always learning. You know what I mean? I'm not a close
Oh yeah,
mind.
you can learn from. I like learning from a bunch
Everything.
of people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm the same way. I like learning from everybody, different strategies. That's why I like real estate so much. There's so many different ways to play the game, man. Like it's like
Yes.
so many different ways to play the game, so many different ways to like win. You know what I mean?
It's always a challenge just to get that house. You can get the house in so many different directions, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you still get scared when you're buying a new house, Henry?
Yes and no. Like yes and no. You always get a little
A
anxious.
little nervous.
It's like
Man, I hope this works out.
Yeah, but
well,
we all say that.
yeah, but then recently it's been like nah because it makes sense. The math makes sense. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the math makes sense.
So you're buying a little bit smarter now
Yeah, of course. After that,
after the Hanover house.
yeah, of course, man. Crazy.
Yeah, yeah. You start thinking a little bit now.
I
All
was,
right. All right.
yeah. I,
Well,
I
good.
was I was in trade school, so I didn't know any. Like I went to trade school, carpentry, plumbing, electrical, and I didn't know any of that shit. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Well, hey, listen, it's been great. I think we're gonna wrap up the show now. I
All
don't know if
right.
you have anything else to say, Jake, but it
No,
was a
thanks so much.
pleasure,
Yeah,
Henry.
it's a pleasure. You guys, I really appreciate you guys bringing me on here. I really
Oh
appreciate.
no, you got a great story. You
Yeah,
know,
what are your goals for next year? Because we'll have you on next year too. Make sure you hit your
Next
goals.
year, I would
Like
like.
this year, where do you want to be next year?
Next year, I'm gonna have
1 year
all my
from now.
apartments done. Oh,
How,
next year, I'm gonna have all my apartments done, and I'm gonna be starting flipping.
Okay.
okay,
That's
great.
my goal.
Well,
All right.
we're always looking for a partner.
Absolutely.
You want to join venture or anything? You reach out to me and Jake. I'll
Yeah.
see you at the gym anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I'll probably. I'm at Crunch now too, guys. So we're
I'm
all.
always in Henry's ear.
Yeah.
You know. Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
There's so many real estate investors at the Crunch. It's crazy.
There is a lot. Realtors. I think I might have introduced you to a
Yeah, you
couple of
did.
realtors. Yeah, yeah.
Very
Because
good
there's always
realtor.
there's there's
Yeah.
like 20 realtors there. There's always investors there.
I had a contractor come up to me today, and he's like, "Hey, if you ever have any work, you know." So that's awesome.
Yeah, and I see a guy real quick before we go. I see a guy at the gym all the time says we buy houses on his car. And
Yeah.
I keep looking to see who it is, but I can't find out who it is. I was gonna call the number and say, "Where are you in the gym?"
That's what you should do.
I
Yeah.
should. I'll do it the
Meet me in
next
the
time.
sauna in 5 minutes.
You know, I'll meet you in the red room.
Yeah,
You know, I need some deals. And by the way, you can't wholesale in the state of PA.
unless you're licensed.
License, that's right. Nah, who cares? All right, guys, thank you. It's been a pleasure. Everybody listen to the Mike and Jake show. Follow us, subscribe on YouTube. The
Yeah,
Mike.
Henry, how can people get a hold of you?
Get a hold
Oh
of me.
yeah, you probably got a lot of people that want you.
Oh, no,
We'll put it on a link.
put it. I guess you see my apartment on Marketplace, anything like that, or you can hit me up on Facebook.
Do you want to? So you want me to give a link to like?
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
Okay, so you'll text that to me and we'll put it on there. But you could tell them too if you want
Yeah.
how they can find you on Facebook at least.
Do have a YouTube channel if you want to go in there look and because I
Well,
have
tell them
some before and
what's it
after.
called.
It's called. Man, did I forget it? Damn. It's called the.
We'll follow you. We're gonna follow you, and you're gonna follow us back. So
It's called the real estate investor.
you know what? You're gonna
Well,
text it to me.
send us it
Yeah,
later. We'll
Send
put
the
it.
link, and we'll get in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a great show. Thank you everybody for watching and listening, and thank you Henry, Jake. It's
You're
always a pleasure. This episode comes out every Friday, correct, Jake?
Yep, every Friday.
At a certain time or just Friday? We surprise you on
Just look
Friday.
out Friday. Just look
Yeah,
out
yeah,
on Friday. If you don't
yeah.
get it Friday, listen to it Saturday. So,
That's right.
yeah.
It's been great. All right. Well, thank you.
All right, man. Thanks. See
Thanks.
you.